Good morning, students. This is the continuation of the last video. Okay, so here we were talking about adaptation in amphibians. All right, so you see here that what type of animals are amphibians? The animals that live both on land as well as in water, they are known as amphibians. Okay, so you see frogs and toads are some examples of amphibians. We can see frogs. The best example is frogs. Frogs, you can see they live in the water as well as on the land. When they are in the water, when they live in the water, they breathe through their skin because their skin is very moist. Okay, and when they live on the land, they breathe through lungs. All right. So you see what are the following adaptations that help them to live both on land and in water. Here we are going to study. All right, frogs and toads have webbed feet like ducks. I explained you what type of feet ducks have. Okay, because ducks are aquatic birds, aquatic animals. Okay, they are known as aquatic birds. Okay, so but here we are talking about amphibians that can live both on land as well as in water. That I am giving you an example of ducks because they have webbed feet like frogs and toads. Okay, that help them to swim or paddle in water. Their back legs are stronger than their front legs. See, if you have seen, I don't know that if you have seen a frog jumping. So their back legs are very strong. They can jump very fast and with the help of their back legs. They can move forward, they can jump on the land. They have moist skin. Just now I explained you what type of skins they have. They have moist skins that help them to breathe inside water and lungs to breathe on land. When they come on the land, they breathe through lungs. Animals like turtles have shells to protect themselves in case of any threats. So animals like turtles, they are also amphibians. If they feel any threat, if they feel any danger, they cover themselves with the shells. Alright. Now we will talk about adaptations in aerial animals. Alright. We are going to talk about adaptations in aerial animals. They live in the air. Aerial animals, they live in the air. Okay, like birds. You have seen birds flying in the air, isn't it? So aerial animals are the animals that fly. They fly in the air. All of you have seen birds. If you step out of the house on the trees, on the branches of the trees, on the wires, birds sit. So aerial animals are the animals that fly. Birds are the aerial animals, they possess the following adaptations to fly in the air. Now here we are going to talk about the features that help them to fly in the air. Can we fly in the air? No, we cannot fly in the air. So what makes us difference? What is the difference between birds and human beings that we cannot fly but birds fly? Have you ever thought of this? Because of their bones. Their bones are hollow. They don't have anything inside their bones. So as their bones are hollow, they can fly in the air. Okay, let us talk about. Because of that, their body becomes light. Birds have hollow bones that make their body light. So inside the hollow means there is nothing inside the bones. So if the bones are hollow, they can easily fly. That will make the body light. They have feathers on their body to keep them warm. How they protect their body? They have feathers on their body which keeps their body warm. They have a streamlined body like the fishes. I explained you what type of body they have. They also have streamlined body so that they can cut through the air and fly easily. When they fly, they have to cut through the air because our earth is surrounded with a layer of air, that is atmosphere. It is covered, so they have to cut through the air when they fly. Their front limbs are modified as wings that help them to fly. See their front limbs, they are known as the front limbs. Their wings are known as the front limbs. They are modified as wings. Okay, that help them to fly. When they fly in the sky with the help of their wings. Limbs is a collective term for arms and legs. See, what are limbs? That is a collective term used for arms and legs. in animals. All right. You can see a bird has wings to fly. So my dear students, we have completed this one. This topic we have completed, adaptations to different habitats. Adaptations to different habitats. This is adaptations in terrestrial animals, adaptations in aquatic animals, adaptations in amphibians, and adaptations in aerial animals. We have completed this discussion. Alright. In our next class, we will start adaptations for food. Now this is here, you see, time to revise is given here. Let us do this. We have already done this in our live class, but once again, page number 34. Match the following. We have to match column A with column B. They crawl on the land. So which animals crawl on the land? Snakes crawl on the land. Their tails help in climbing trees. Monkeys. Whose tails help in climbing trees? Monkeys' tails help in climbing trees. They store fat in their hump, you know. Who store fats? Who store fat in their hump? Camels. They store fat in their hump. And gills help them to breathe in water. So, which animals breathe through the help of gills? Fishes, or fish you can say. Fish help, gills help them breathe in water. So, fish breathe in the water through the help of gills. Once again I am saying, they crawl on the land. Snakes. Their tails help in climbing trees. Monkeys. They store fat in their hump. Camels. Gills help them breathe in water. This one is fish. Okay. So we have completed. Till here we have completed. In our next class we are going to start adaptations for food, and we'll discuss herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, and also we are going to study about care and concern for animals. We are going to discuss. Okay. Please read the lesson properly. Whatever topics are being discussed, please read those topics properly. Okay. Thank you.